Good evening, everybody, and welcome in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth, as always, is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Had a bit of an accident. That's why we are late getting started on the stream here tonight. Had a water cleanup near the sim, so that's never good. But nonetheless, we are finally live and with you all here tonight. Qualifying session has we're right in the middle of it right now, and Dana Burdix went to the top of the board at a 12:21. Same with Cameron Tucker. That's 1 and 2 on the timing chart, and we have a Jordan Tucker in third. How about that? We're looking at Dawson Tone here. He's working around the racetrack in the 24 machine. He's clocked at 12:29 so far. He's wrapped up his qualifying effort. Blake Bailey's on the racetrack right now. Comes around here to complete lap number 1. Blake, top of the board at a 12:16 on lap number 1. Awesome lap for him. It looks like he's going to come out and try maybe again, potentially. If you're watching with us live here on the Buckeye Racing Network, we appreciate you tuning in. Please let us know who you're rooting for here tonight. Subscribe so you'll know every time we go live on the network. Already got a couple people in the chat. Hello there, Austin. Like I was telling everybody, a little late on getting started here due to some water cleanup near my sim. So, sorry about that, but we did get here to catch the tail end of qualifying. And it looks like all the cars have taken a time. 24 have taken a time here tonight. Blake Bailey is going to be our quick qualifier. I'm going to get to roll right into heat racing action here in just a moment. Well, I think, Tim, this is going to be one of the few times we've been to the I-55 Raceway so far. We haven't seen this track too awful much.
No, we have not. We have not. I think this is the first time I'm doing a broadcast on it, I believe.
Yeah, I don't
Second
know.
time.
It might have been the first or second time we've been to the I-55 Speedway, but we haven't been here too often, so it's nice to visit here once again here tonight with the Short Track Rivals Racing fixed 358 modified division. As you see, heat race number 1. Going to roll out onto the racetrack right now. Blake Bailey, Cameron Tucker is going to be row 1. Nate Walker, Juan Martinez, row 2. Row 3 is going to be Ethan Bowers and Brett Wazlowski. Row 4 is going to be Blake Steele and Matt Smith. Row 5 is going to be Ryan Howard and Jeremy Akins. Row 6 is going to be Bud Molyneux and Travis McDonald. See there, the cars lined up behind the pace truck. See them begin to roll down the front straightaway. 8 laps the distance. And we're taking maybe 4 cars, Tim?
We are taking. Am I all good? Yep. We're taking 3.
Taking 3 cars. So 3 cars of the 12 are going to get to transfer directly into the feature here tonight. Got some Jonathan Tohafjian fans out there in the chat, rooting him on tonight as well. Blake Bailey also in the chat, our quick qualifier tonight. So good luck to you here in the first heat race.
There is also only 2 heats.
Oh, 2 heats. And we're taking 3 per, so all right, here we go. Pace truck peels off. Blake Bailey stands on the gas. We're underway to start heat number 1 here tonight. And they thunder off into turns 1 and 2. Side by side for second. For the moment, now they've straightened it out. Now they're single file, the top 3. Fourth's going to be Ethan Bowers. Side by side for 5th, Juan Martinez and Blake Steele. Looked like maybe Cameron Tucker was going to try to get a peek on Blake Bailey for the race lead there for his second, but he falls back in line. Trying to look for the first battle on the racetrack. It's going to be towards the back. Jeremy Akins, Bud Molyneux side by side. Now that's Matt Smith. Oh no, Matt Smith cleared through. Moved up into 9th. Battle is on for 3rd. Ethan Bowers looking to the inside of Nate Walker. Bowers on the bottom. Walker through the middle of the racetrack. 3 laps all ready to go in this first heat race. Been all Blake Bailey that so far up to this point. Cameron Tucker's followed him right there in second. Keeping an eye on this 3rd place battle. This is for a transfer spot to the feature. Oh, contact, white flag in the air. Walker over Bowers. Oh, and more contact for Bowers.
Oh, Ryan Howard around.
Ryan Howard spins out. Blake Bailey's going to win the first heat. Cameron Tucker's going to bring it home second. Nate Walker's 3rd. Those are going to be your for sure transfers into the feature. Juan Martinez and Blake Steele, the first 2 on the outside looking in here in heat number 1. As our second heat race takes the grid here, row number 1 is going to be Dana Burdick and Jordan Tucker. Row 2 is going to be Jonathan Tohafjian and Cody McDonald. Row number 3 is going to be Lon Franks and Dawson Tone. Row 4, Ryder English and Clayton Kluhl. Row 5 is going to be Jason McManus and Lee Penny. Row 6 is going to be Braden Phillips and Alan Smith. Dana Burdick with a good qualifying effort here tonight. Good starting spot in this first heat. Last week's winner, Cody McDonald, sitting there in 4th. Well, Tim, what do we say? You bring us to the green flag here, heat 2.
I'm all for it. If I have my camera ready, I do. Dana Burdick leads the... No, he doesn't lead the field. I believe that was Jordan Tucker led the field as Dana Burdick takes over second, and we have a yellow.
I have a hankering there that's going to be called back due to Dana was supposed to be in control of the field to start the heat, and it looked like Jordan fired before Dana did.
Okay.
So I believe that caution was thrown due to the start there. So.
Okay, I thought the leader was Jordan Tucker, who took the outside. I stand corrected.
It's all good. We'll let you retry it here since we had the quickie yellow there. Lights go out on the pace truck. It's all yours, Tim.
Dana's the control car, or Jordan Tucker's the control car now, I think. Jordan Tucker's away, side by side for second. Dana Burdick and Cody McDonald. Little bit of shakiness out of that 2024 machine of Dawson Tone.
Ooh, one was on the bottom slow there. I'm not sure who that was. Lee Penny, maybe.
Dana was sideways all the way down the backstretch.
I'm going to assume maybe it was due to the accident of Lee Penny and Braden Phillips. We're going to see if we can get a shot of exactly what happened between those two. Well, we're looking at Lee Penny in the 83 machine. They barrel down at turn one. He just got tagged from behind by the 44. The 88 tags the 44. And both the 83 and 88 spin in the center of 1 and 2. Well, you see the 83 was sitting backwards for quite some time. He gets that car turned down and into the pit lane just before our leaders come around. And the 88 of Braden Phillips was still sitting on the inside part of the racetrack. So good heads up by our leaders there to not make contact with either one of those two drivers. Our top three, Jordan Tucker, Cody McDonald was able to get by Dana Burdick. Dana Burdick finds himself in the hot seat in third. Jonathan Tohavchian right there in fourth on the outside looking in. Base truck peels off. Jordan Tucker mashes the gas. We're back underway here. Just 2 laps to go. Dana Burdick pushes up out of turn number 2, makes contact with Jonathan. Dana has lost the third place spot and is falling back, losing spots to Lon Franks, Ryder English, and Clayton Kluel. Clayton Kluel is in the transfer spot right now. Jordan Tucker out of turn 4 to the checkered flag, wins heat 2. Cody McDonald second. Clayton Kluel is going to bring it home in third. Then Ryder English and Lon Franks, the first two on the outside looking in. Well, and since we had, I think, about 24 cars registered, we're going to roll right into a warm-up session. I think everybody's going to get to start the feature event here tonight. These drivers are going to head out onto the racetrack for a warm-up session. Man, those couple of restarts there kind of hindered Dana Burdick a little bit. He lost 3-4 spots there on those couple of restarts there towards the end of that second heat race. Nonetheless, drivers are out making formation here. And it looks like they're going to give us a 5 wide. Be careful, boys. Maybe not. I think they're gonna bump it down to 4, but they thought about 5 wide, I believe, there for a moment. These are all of your drivers starting the feature race here tonight. Giving a salute to you fans at home and us up here in the booth. Yeah, and I don't know, Tim, but it's just something about the 4 wide salute. It's just so awesome to see. Really nicely executed by these drivers here tonight at the I-55 Speedway.
Just throw the green flag.
Yeah, hey, I wouldn't complain. I don't know, maybe, what do you guys think at home? Would you like to see the green flag flown in this situation here? It would make for an interesting start to the race, that's for sure. And, you know, another special thing, not every league does this, you know, and this is something more recent and new with Short Track Rivals Racing Series, but we have sure enjoyed it here on the Buckeye Racing Network. You know, and it does leave my mind to wonder, you know, what really would happen if the green flag was to be thrown when they are four abreast like that. I'm sure it would be chaos, and I don't think everybody would make it through the corners.
Well, it looked like everyone got through pretty good right there.
Well, I think they kind of staggered, and then chaos ensues.
I may have spoke too soon.
I think everybody, it looked to me like they kind of staggered when everybody hit the gas, you know, so it didn't seem too bad. But if everybody hit the gas at the same time, it might be a little bit of a different story.
I'm trying to sit there and hit my hotkeys, and it's typing in the chat in the sim instead of going to next driver and previous driver.
Juan Martinez so far top of the timing board at a 12.54 as these drivers get to burn in this racetrack just a little more. Trying to move that cushion up just a little higher. In 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Cameron Tucker second, Ethan Bowers third, Matt Smith fourth, Jonathan Tohafchian rounds out the top 5. So far in this warm-up session, Nate Walker finds himself in 6.
Oh, we got a parking lot in turn 3.
Yes, we did have a parking lot in turn 3. Yeah, and this is just a little taste of what could happen here in just a few moments once we go green flag racing here in the feature event. As the warm-up session comes to a close here tonight, we're going to get the starting lineup. Ready to go for you guys. As the track gets cleared, pace truck is on the track. And row number 1 is going to be Blake Bailey and Jordan Tucker. Row 2 is going to be Cameron Tucker and Cody McDonald. Row 3 is going to be Nate Walker and Clayton Kluhl. Row number 4 is going to be Juan Martinez and Ryder English. Row 5 is going to be Blake Steele and Lon Franks. Row 6 is going to be Brett Wazlowski and Dana Burdick. Row number 7 is going to be Ethan Bowers and Dawson Tone. Row 8 is going to be Matt Smith and Jason McManus. Row number 9, Bud Molyneux and Jonathan Tohafchian. Row 10 is going to be Jeremy Akins and Alan Smith. Row 11, Travis McDonald and Lee Penny. Row 12 is going to be Ryan Howard and Braden Phillips. Well, and like always, Tim, we always talk about who we're going to keep an eye on for the feature event. Seeing as the past couple of nights you've given me the opportunity to go first, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go first here tonight.
I'm going to go with Cody McDonald in that machine that I know oh so well.
All right, he's kind of on a bit of a hot streak here in the 358 division. Good starting spot here tonight. I'm going to be keeping my eye on Clayton Kluhl there in the number 12 machine. It's number 6 on our scoring, starting on the outside of the second row. Lights are out on the pace car. We're getting ready to go here and for feature action at I-55. Green flag goes in the air. We're ready to rock and roll for 30 laps. Uh-oh, one's around. That's the 53 of Cameron Tucker. He gets turned into turn number 1. I'm not sure if anybody else made contact with him, and let's hope not. I think everybody did an amazing job of getting around Cameron. He got spun.
Looks like nobody.
Maybe a little,
made contact.
maybe a little help from Nate Walker there, if anything. But my oh my, look at how everybody just parted the seas and managed to get around Cameron there through turns 1 and 2. Great heads-up driving from the rest of the field there. Round of applause for them for no other contact made. Cameron was able to hold the brake and keep that car from rolling anywhere on the racetrack into any other cars. So awesome job by our drivers. Unfortunate, though, he's going to have to restart at the tail of the line. Blake Bailey brings us back to the green flag here. He's going to be followed by Cody McDonald through 1 and 2. One car up into the wall. And a bit of a mess there on the inside of turn number 2.
Oh, slow down, guys.
Let's see exactly what happened. Maybe in the area of the 83 machine of Lee Penny. So we've seen restarts kind of playing havoc here. Well, it happened up in front of him. You see it there on the left-hand side of the screen, kind of an accordion effect happening. Cars were trying to check up. Lee Penny tags the 88, spins him around. The 80, well, that was Travis McDonald in the 88. The other 88 machine had nowhere else to go. The 66 had to get around it. Dawson Tone had come to a stop facing the wrong direction. So cars, again, just trying to manage their way around that as best they could. Field's trying to line up 2 by 2. Get ready for our third restart of the night. Here in our 30-lap feature event. Blake Bailey still electing restart on the inside line. And we are back underway once again. Field thunders off into turn number 1.
3 wide for 5th.
Yeah, Blake Steele, Juan Martinez, Ethan Bowers. Now Steele's 3 wide for 4th there. Clayton Kluel. I believe that's the 10 machine, Alon Franks, who was up into the wall just a little bit ago. Blake Steele making some headway down on the inside line. He's up to 4th. Yellow flag back in the air once again. Jason McManus. Well, it was just checking up and accordion effects. He was trying to check up to avoid making contact with the car in front of him. Nate Walker had the momentum, taps him in the rear, spins his car around. He came to a stop and also bringing out the yellow flag. Tell you what, the admins may do, they may try a single file restart if we keep getting compounding caution flags after we restart. Pace truck's going to peel off. Blake Bailey's going to bring us back to the green flag. Ryder English with a good start on the inside. He's underneath Cody McDonald. Almost completes that pass out of turn 2, but Cody's going to fight back hard on the outside. 3, almost 4 wide behind them. Clayton Kluwald. Go ahead.
Can't fit a piece of paper between these guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, no doubt. Clayton Kluwald going to be 4th. Juan Martinez, Lon Franks, Ethan Bowers were 3 wide for a second. Now Blake Steele wants to be part of the 3 wide action, it looks like. Into turn number 3. Martinez on the bottom. Franks in the middle. Steele on the far outside. Martinez looks like he's maybe figured something out on the inside. He's going to stay committed way down low. Ethan Bowers now had a peek underneath Clayton Kluwald for the 3rd spot. Or excuse me, that'd be for the 4th spot. Looks like he's going to try once again, dive that car all the way down to the inside line. Nothing doing that time. Quick check, Cody McDonald is all over the rear bumper of Blake Bailey. We'll keep an eye on that, and they're still side by side just behind for that 4th position. Steele trying to prevail on the outside line. Not quite able to clear. Ethan Bowers almost does there down the front straightaway. Juan Martinez, Nate Walker finds himself in 9th. Jonathan Tohapchian up 8 spots so far. 18th to 10th in this feature race, so we're keeping an eye on him as he's made a charge forward. And Cameron Tucker has made a nice recovery. He had to drop all the way to the back. He's back up to 11th. There he is in that 53 machine. As things are still unsettled here, rounding out our top 5 to 6 cars. It looks like everybody has almost migrated up to that top line, except for our first 2 cars. Through turn 1 and 2, as I say that, they do move back up to the top. Here, Cody McDonald's going to have a peek to the inside of Blake Bailey. About even with him out of 2. Diving it hard into 3. Oh, so close to being able to clear Blake for the lead. Cody slides up here into turn number 1. Blake's going to try the crossover move down into turn 3. Cody tries to play a defensive line, but Blake is there. More momentum for Cody out of turn number 4. Be careful. Oh, so close racing between our top 2. Cody is going to take the race lead for sure. Ethan Bowers had a peek underneath Blake Steele that time.
We keep going at this rate, we will see lap traffic play a factor.
Yeah, Cody McDonald's just about a corner behind what would be Lee Penny as he's working through 3 and 4 this time. So at the stripe this time, just 10 laps remaining. Blake Steele way down on the inside trying to make a move. He slides back up in front of Clayton Kluwald for 4th. Clayton's going to try to turn it underneath of him here. A little bit of a door bang at the start-finish line. Blake Bailey on the bottom part of the racetrack. He is, well, he's right back to Cody McDonald. He has not let him get away. 7 laps to go. Oh, contact. Just a little bit. Bailey and McDonald. McDonald decides to move that car down low to try to play a defensive line. Man, they are 3 wide just behind Blake Steele, Clayton Kluwald, Ethan Bowers. 3 wide. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th on the racetrack.
Oh, little contact in the back. They keep it going. Cameron Tucker got tagged in the left rear a little bit and backed it straight into the fence. He was able to get it back going almost immediately.
Already down to just 3 laps to go. And Blake Bailey's trying everything he can to get back underneath Cody McDonald. As they're about to work underneath the 83 machine of Lee Penny, he's going to stay on the outside, it looks like. The leaders are going to stay down low.
Oh.
That changes everything. Yellow flag goes in the air. Let's see exactly what brings it out. Dana Burdick hits the outside wall in turns 1 and 2. Car gets on its side and comes to a stop at the exit of turn number 2. He has to tow that car, and that's what brought out our yellow flag here in the closing laps. So Cody McDonald is going to have to navigate at least one more restart. Blake Bailey, Ryder English, Blake Steele, Clayton Kluel, Ethan Bowers. Your top 5. We will have a single file restart with just a couple laps remaining. As the lights are out, we'll get to see who brings it home here tonight. We are back underway, just 2 laps to go for Cody McDonald. Will he be able to fend off the charge from Blake Bailey? Blake Steele looks to the inside of Ryder English for 3rd, has to settle back in line. Bailey, a hard charge on the inside. White flag goes in the air this time. Blake Steele looking to root Ryder English out of that 3rd place position, and he just might do it here. And he does pass him to the checker flag. Cody McDonald goes back to back here, and STRR. Blake Bailey's going to bring it home 2nd. Blake Steele is going to bring it home in 3rd. We'll get to talk to our top 3 here in just a moment. So we're going to bring it down to the front straightaway for their photo op. See there, Blake Steele, he just pulled in. He's going to let Blake Bailey maybe squeeze around him. And he does. There is our top 3. Let's look at the final race results. We talked about Cody McDonald going back-to-back here. Blake Bailey 2nd. Blake Steele's going to be 3rd. Ryder English going to come home 4th. Clayton Kluel 5th. Ethan Bowers in 6th. Lon Frank 7th. Juan Martinez in 8th. Matt Smith 9th. Bud Molyneux is going to be 10th. Jordan Tucker 11th. Brett Wazlowski 12th. Nate Walker 13th. Cameron Tucker 14th. Jason McManus 15th. Jeremy Aiken 16th. Ryan Howard 17th. Alan Smith is going to be in 18th. 19th is going to go to Dawson Tone. 20th to Travis McDonald, 21st to Lee Penny, 22nd to Braden Phillips, 23rd to Jonathan Tohavchian, and 24th is going to go to Dana Burdick. Our hard charger here tonight, as I'm looking, let's see, looks like Ethan Bowers and Bud Molyneux, both up 7 spots from their starting position. Ethan Bowers went from 13th to 6th, and Bud Molyneux from 17th to 10th here tonight. All right, let's get our interviews underway. We're going to start off with our 3rd place finisher, Blake Steele. Hey, Blake, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up?
Well, you bring that car home in 3rd. You started in 9th, so you were able to pick off a few, and you kind of were digging on the bottom there to finish 3rd. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man, that track was crazy. Because, like, I was rolling the bottom pretty good at the beginning of the race, and then it moved straight to the top, 1 lane. Couldn't really move around. Then all of a sudden, with no hesitation, it locked down. So then I had to get back down there and I found the line down there, and it was working pretty good. And we come off that restart, and I knew I had to make a hole to get it in the top three, because if it's locked down, then that's just what you got to do.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, it was interesting because everybody was kind of running the bottom, then the top, like you said. Where did you feel like you were better, down low or up high?
I like running the top better, but I had a really good car to just roll the bottom and still make drive off the corner. I feel like that's where I was better than everybody else, is being able to roll through the bottom.
Yeah, good deal for sure there. Tim, you have anything to ask Blake?
Uh, man, you covered everything I had a question about. Who'd you like to thank for tonight?
Oh man, gotta thank WR1 Sim Chassis, Sweet Victory Apparel, Jason Robertson Knife Sales, Victory Fuel, everybody at STRR for putting on the league, and y'all for putting up the broadcast.
All right, Blake. Well, we appreciate the kind words. We'll let you celebrate that third place victory. Or third place finish, excuse me.
Thank you.
All right. I'm starting to say a third place victory, Tim. What are we going to do if we have to call third place victories? I don't even know. Let's bring in our second place finisher, Blake
I'm not
Bailey.
sure, buddy.
All right. Hey, Blake Bailey. It's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You had a great car all night. You stayed right there in the top three. Cody was just able to work his way around you there. Tell us about it.
I really just started missing the line. I didn't know that it was gonna lock down on the bottom like it did, but it happened.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see because it seemed like you guys were carrying so much momentum, and you had to keep the car rolling to make moves when it mattered.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty good at first. You just had to bide your time. Too many cautions, and uh, it was fast paced. I really liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, it looked like a ton of fun out there. Tim, you have anything to ask Blake?
Yeah, how was the car tonight? You were able to lead a little over half the race. How'd it feel for you?
It was all right until you know it started slicking off and locked down on the bottom. Then he got by me, and I figured that I'd just follow him. I tried getting around him a couple times, but we were all just one lane racing around the bottom.
Well, Blake, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Well, I want first and foremost, I want to thank everybody at Max Dig Mafia, Nate Walker, our team owner, David, Landon Norton, all of our new guys that just joined over there. I want to thank all of them very, very much. Speed Ranch Setups, Slick Shot Media, Watkins Detailing, and my mom and my dad for letting me do this, and Nate's mom, Stacy, for coming in and watching us every night.
Absolutely. Well, Blake, we'll let you celebrate that second place finish. I cannot get the words out of my mouth tonight. Thank you for getting a word in with us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get to move on to our race winner here. That'd be Cody McDonald. Hey, Cody, it's Tyler Tim of the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, man. You bring that thing home in victory lane once more. Back-to-back wins here in the series. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. It felt like I had a really quick car, um, and that was my goal for the coming in this week or whatever. I was like, I just want to try to do a repeat, and I was able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And an awesome fashion, if I may say so myself. You made the hard-earned pass for the race lead and picked up 3 spots from your starting spot in the feature.
Yes.
Tim, you have anything to ask Cody?
Yeah, you're starting to give me nightmares with that Billy Decker machine. It's almost like going to Fulton every week and seeing him run up there
I,
consistently.
yeah, I mean, I gotta try to honor it, right? I gotta try to be the. If I'm gonna run the paint scheme, I gotta try to do it.
How'd the car feel for you tonight?
Oh, it felt great, man. Early on, it was just too many cautions. But Billy had a or Bailey had a really fast car, but he was missing his lines and stuff on top. And I'm pretty good at I-55. It's one of my favorite tracks, one of the few. And I know that when it gets slick, it usually ends up going bottom or kind of in that middle slick area. So that's where I stuck at, and it just seemed like he was hitting his missing his marks there at the top, and I was able to go around him. And at the end there, it did get a little bit one lane racing, but overall it was a really fun race tonight.
Yeah, it sure looked like a ton of fun. Well, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
I appreciate you guys for putting on the broadcast, and I appreciate STRR for having me as an admin and helping them out when I can. And that's about it, guys. And I appreciate everyone over here that races in the league. Got a pretty good league going. We'll keep it on out. Let's see what next week brings us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll let you celebrate that race win. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Yep, thank you.
That was our winner here tonight, Cody McDonald. All right, we're going to wrap things up here from I-55. Any closing thoughts from you, Tim?
Awesome race these guys put on each week. Love these cars. It just puts on a great show.
Yeah, it's been a ton of fun to witness the first now 4 races, half of the season already in the books with the fixed division 358 modifieds, and really good racing throughout. It's been a ton of fun to be up here in the booth calling these events for STRR. Upcoming for us here on the Buckeye Racing Network, we're off tomorrow night, but we'll be back live with STRR with the Open Division Pro Late Model Series, and we're going to be live at the Kern County Raceway. Be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And the next race up after that, we do not have a broadcast Sunday with the League of Outlaws. They are taking an off week. We will be back after Thursday night, next Monday night with Regal Promotions Esports 360 Wing Sprint Car Division at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, thank you for tuning in here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know every time we go live here on the network. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.